Welcome back, YouTubers. Well, today I'm changing the blades out on my Country Clipper zero-turn mower. This is a Challenger model. If you've watched my other videos, I had a lot to say about this mower. And this is a follow-up video on using the deck lift. Now, this is not the electric deck lift. This is the deck lift that you run with a 1/2-inch drill. So, as you can see, I have this thing jacked up. You actually put a socket right there to run this up and down. And as you can tell, that's about as high as it goes. Okay, once you get to that point, the screw disengages. Sorry. And it will not lift any higher. If you don't have the deck lift on, you can actually raise this up quite a bit further. The back end kicks out towards you and it stands almost vertical. But with the deck lift, this is all you get. And it's really a pain in the ass because the screw is broken into 2 halves. In other words, the screw is not one solid screw thread. It's turned down in the middle. And so once you get past this point and it starts to go down, you go into the other part of the thread and you have to engage it, and then it goes ahead and raises back up. Well, if you don't have this screw positioned just exactly right, then you either can't lift the deck up into traveling and loading position where it locks all the way up, or you can't lower it down all the way. And so it's kind of touchy in that regard. But as you can see, I'm still having to basically crawl underneath here and work on this. And that was the whole point of the tilting deck, was to make it easy to change blades. So guys, save your 300 bucks. And the deal is, once you let them put this on there, they keep the other part of the bar that goes in there. And so once it's on, like mine is, you can't take it off without getting that part to put back in there. So that was my mistake, not keeping my old part. But anyway, you can see I got a board in there. That right there and a cheater bar is the way I'm getting these blades off. A 2x6 would be better, but you just put it in there and block that blade. Anyway, guys, I got a lot of mowing to do, so thanks for watching. Okay, guys, so after that last little video shoot, I spent roughly an hour adjusting that lift deck screw back and forth, trying to get it to the point where the deck would raise up and lock, but it would also go down and rest on the height adjustment pin. And I could get it good on one, and then it wouldn't work on the other. And I mean, I just went back and forth, and let me show you what you have to do. So this is the thread that I was telling you that is broken up, so to speak. They've machined the center of it out. Supposedly, if you get that, the part that's in the mower that's threaded into this section, that will allow it to free float back and forth enough that you'll have the travel you need to lower it all the way down or lock it all the way up. And I could not get it. It would not work. And I'm talking like 2 turns on the screw and I'd be hitting the other stop, one or the other. And finally, I just got irritated and I decided to take it out and see what I could do with it. So if you ever want to do that on yours, you'll look under, you'll see this cover on here, and this is actually upside down. When you look at it, it will be bolted on like this. So you'll remove these bolts here, one on each side. There will be a small bolt here on each side to get your cover off. Then these pins go through the red frame. You pull them out. Do the same thing on the other side, pull it out. And once you get that done, this will drop down. You still have to run this mechanism and unscrew the last part of the screw from this part right here, where it fits up in there. And once you get it unscrewed, you can take that out. And so now we're at the point where the deck is locked. It's down, it's not locked, it's down at 2.5 inches. I can bring it up and lock it. It all works fine now. The only issue that there might be, and I don't think it will be, is if this were to droop down and hit your pulleys. But right now you're not going to be using it. It's in the travel position. Let me drop you down here just a second. Right now it's all the way down at 2.5 inches mowing height. Okay, even when you rotate that all the way down, you're not going to get into anything. So I think what I'm going to do now is I am going to immobilize this piece where it can't turn like that. I may just run a wire through here just to keep it from doing that, because honestly, in the amount of time I screwed around with this trying to get it to function, I could have mowed one of my yards that I needed to go mow in an hour's time. It's ridiculous. Also, for your $300, this is what you're getting. I mean, this stuff is Mickey Mouse. This gear here, sorry. I mean, it should have had a washer on there. It is barely, it's got a hex in it, but it barely fits that shaft. I've only used this deck lift 3 times. And I'm sure the dealer installed it, used it once. So it's had 4 times of use on it. And I don't know if you can see down in there, but the gears are already wearing. The teeth are already worn on it. And like I said, this thing, it's Mickey Mouse at best. This will never go back in that mower as long as I am using it. It might go back in if I sell it to somebody, but I don't even think I would wish that on a new owner. So guys, like I said before, my opinion, save your $300. Get you a hoist, throw something up in a tree, whatever you have to do. Hook it right there. Make sure you disconnect everything as the procedure shows. Make sure you take your belt off the motor first and raise that up and work on it and save yourself a lot of headache and frustration. Thanks for watching, guys.